my honey and cream sweet corn is throwing tassels, and we're gonna hand pollinate it this morning. So let's talk about it. So these are my rows of corn, and here are the tassels. The tassels are going to be the male part of the plant containing the pollen. And in order to get a full ear of corn, the pollen has to travel from the tassel up here to the corn silks down here. Now the silk is going to be the female part of the plant, and a piece of pollen has to travel from the silk all the way down to the kernel on the future corn cob. In commercial farming, that's why you see massive rows of corn, because if they're relying on the wind to pollinate, they need a lot of opportunity for that pollen to hit the silks in order to get a full ear of corn. In your personal gardens, because you might not have the space to do that, that's where actually doing hand pollination might help you. So the moment your plant starts throwing tassels, which is right behind me, that's when you can actually take the tassel and either rub it on the silk itself, or you can collect the pollen and rub it on the silk with like a brush or something. I really don't want to waste this pollen, but I want to show you, if you tap it, you can kind of see the pollen falling off. Now a paper container is going to be ideal for pollen collection, but I'm actually going to use this plastic container because this is what I got, so we just going to have to make it work. I wound up switching to a metal bowl, and I got this strainer. That way I can sift out any of the bigger materials. Essentially all I'm going to do is get in there and be a little rough with it, right? I got a soft bristle paintbrush. Now granted, there's some debris in here from the actual petals themselves, and now I can go pollinate my plants. We're gonna do our best Basquiat impression rate. We're just gonna go in here and paint this pollen all over here. Once your plants start throwing tassels, on each day there'll probably be new flowers that have opened. The best time to collect the pollen is going to be in the morning after the morning dew has evaporated off the plants. For the best results, you're going to want to use the pollen right away within about 4 hours, because corn pollen has a short viability window. So if you're going to want to actually store the pollen because you don't have any silks available, or you have extra left over, what you're going to want to do is store the pollen in an airtight container and put it in the freezer. If you're worried about any moisture getting into the pollen, then throw a silica packet in there. But keep in mind, each time that you thaw the pollen before you actually use it, the viability of it is going to decrease. As always, I'm Christoph. This is Christoph's Garden, and let me know if you have any questions.